Hello, hello, welcome again to the Gina Lestrade testimony, I guess. Your witness currently is the stand may stand until further notice, okay? There shall bid you good day. You don't even have a hat! Wait. You, sir, shall remain to the stand while Miss Lestrade testifies. As you wish. Alright then, Gina, it's time. I know this will be hard, but please, put your faith in my yeah. Good luck, Bruno. Good luck, Bruno. The articles that Mr. Milkilded has deposited in Witty Bank's pawnbrokery are intimately related with the omnibus case, the trial of which was heard in this courtroom 2 months ago. Yes, and I remember this young lady being brought before me in that trial as well. That's right, my lord. Her testimony helped to establish the innocence of the defenders, Mr. Milgilded. The omnibus case was intriguing, to say the least. And now here we are again, the same players in that trial facing each other once more. A twist of fate, perhaps, my Nipponese friend. Allow me to recap the events of 2 months ago. You know, a lot of people will call Vansiski racist. I have a strong feeling a lot of people will do that. It was like, God damn it. An old brick maker was stabbed to death in an omnibus running along London's Winter Street. Apart from the victim, there was only one other person in the carriage, Mr. McGilded. Naturally, he was prime suspect for the murder. As the trial progressed, another possibility emerged. That the murder in fact took place above the defendant's head on the roof deck, with the body being dropped through the skylight to the carriage below. It was Miss Lestrade whose testimony brought that possibility to light. At the time of the incident, Miss Lestrade was concealed under seat in the carriage, hoping to pick out the pockets of unsuspecting carriages. Immediately after trial, having been acquitted of the murder, Mr. McGilder died in a very courtroom in the most extraordinary of circumstances. A mystery that remains unsolved even now, 2 months ago. As indeed does the omnibus murder itself. But that as it may, I recall neither of the discs nor the small box being mentioned in the course of those proceedings. Miss Lestrade. Would you tell the court now, Miss? What really happened in the omnibus 2 months ago, I mean. I don't know what you mean. I already said earlier what I know. What about everything you told us yesterday from inside your prison cell? Please, Miss Lestrade, is extremely important. But remember, little bear, if that transpires that you willfully withheld information in the trial 2 months ago, you obviously will seek to prosecute for perjury. And naturally, you will lose all credibility as a witness. Although, let's face facts, you have a little credibility to lose. Ginny, don't listen to him! Please, you have to trust Bruno now. Iris, we're on your side. Perjury is preferable compared to murder. Alright then, I'll talk. It's the right choice, Gina. Well, you will see that my learned friend. It's a hellbent bringing the entire courtroom down about his ears, albeit. I must confess that I'm struggling to understand what on earth is happening here. However, it will appear that Mr. McGilder pawn article and that extraordinary case of the omnibus harbor secrets of which we have been hitherto unaware. So, Miss Lestrade, you will now give us your testimony before the court about the events of 2 months ago. You will reveal the truth, a commodity surely lacking in your original statements. To that end, everything is going to come out, like Van Zisk said. It's going to bring the whole courtroom down about my ears, but as a lawyer, I'm prepared to take the risk. Already? Truth it is that Maker Cobb was in cabin of the omnibus the whole time. When the archmain dragged me out from the under seat, I saw the disc on the floor. All of a sudden, I heard a scream from over my head, and the pair of the roof deck went off the call to slots. As when McGill slipped the driver or something to do to run the pawn show roundabout. He threatened me not to snitch, not to say nothing to me about everything the scene I heard. Oh grief, this is outrageous. You just told the court bears almost no resemblance to your testimony 2 months ago. As you say, my lord. As you say. Then there is every chance. I have adjudicated an error in McGilder's trial. Sounds very much to me that we man deliberately deceived his court. An effort to cover up the most wicked of schemes. Without doubt, your lordship is correct. A great injustice was done in this courtroom 2 months ago. The action of the accused in the trial of this witness, my learned friend, was entirely inexcusable. I don't believe it. The whole trial was a farce. It was all lies. And McGill fellows are rotted to the core, just like the pickpocket. Forget the lawyer from the east. They were all into it together. You're wrong, you lot here. Instead of the lawyer that didn't know enough about it. Humbug. Humbug? Humbug? I don't think so. I really expected to believe that. He really snitched everyone, didn't he? What an operation to get a man off scot-free. Stitched, so... Unforgivable! Stop! The lies! Stop! Stop! Yes, the defense made a terrible error in judgment. I intend to take full responsibility and suffer whatever the consequences are deemed appropriate. However, it is imperative that the court allows the witness to elaborate on her testimony. Because the true significance of McGilder's pawn article must be brought to light. Very well, my learned student friend. Given the depths of calamity you have just plunged yourself into, these may be worth hearing. Words fail me to this situation is utterly deplorable, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, my lord. I will decide upon your fate following the conclusion of this trial. Of course, my lord. Blimey, Mr. Naruhodo. I'll counsel. Now, counsel, proceed with the cross-examination. Wait, you got accused?
Hold it!
And you were hiding in the cabin at the time as well, weren't you, Miss Lestrade? If I remember rightly, in the storage compartment in need of one of the seats. Yeah, that's right. It's pitch black under there, so you can see nothing at all. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Excuse me!
Is there something you'd like to share with the co-inspector Gregson and Mr. Graydon? Inspector Mr. Graydon! Oh, blimey, you trying to give me a heart attack? You have been whispering to each other for quite some time now. Tell us, what is the discussion about? Discussion? With this fella pulled the other one, Sunshine? You think I got anything to talk about with a shady gent like this? I have nothing to say to this uncouth detective after he deprived me of that disc that was rightfully mine. But I'll clearly be talking the entire time I've been cross-examining Gina. It's as if they've been negotiating. For like a half cross-examination. You will kindly refrain from talking amongst yourselves while the witness is giving testimony. Sorry, my lord. What were those two talking about? Miss Lestrade, continue with your testimony, please.
Hold it!
I want to actually read it all. Now, in your testimony 2 months ago, I felt certain that you claimed, Mr. McGill, that I was the sole passenger, did you not? False testimony, my lord. That's what they told me I used to say. It is important that you tell us the truth. Where are Mr. McGill and the victim acquaintances? I don't know. But I did hear them talking a lot. What were they talking about? Well, I couldn't hear too well, but even I had to say. I think it was about money or something. They were talking about buying or not buying. Oh, perhaps business dealing of some kind. Well, anyway, they go later and later, started to sound like a proper fight. I was pretty scared by then. I already dared to breathe. And then all of a sudden, I heard a noise like someone kneeling? I think it meant kneeling. Over on the floor, it was blooming louder than I know. Well, you let out an involuntary scream. Yeah, I'll walk away my way. When the Archman dragged me out of the room, huh?
Hold it!
It's a terrible place to kill somebody, to be honest. Was the disc you saw this? Is this disc? Yeah, I reckon it probably was. Was right next to a lion and Floyd. Could this disc have belonged to the victim, perhaps? I don't know, but me and Miguel picked it up pretty smartish. And I saw Carl with a knife in his belly up in the seat. What did he say to you at the time? Told me not to say a word about what he'd seen or heard or known. About the disc and all. I was that scared when he was looking at me. I thought, would I go along with it? Just start with my knife too? With that knife, no? They start asking me a load of questions. Like what my name was, where I live, and they were asking me about being a David or two. But after a while, what about happened in the carriage was noticed. Yeah, that's right. First there was a kind of a rapping noise.
Hold it!
There were two gentlemen occupying the seats of the roof deck, I believe. That's right. They must have looked down through the skylight and noticed the cove with the knife in his guts. They screamed when the driver pulled up the oars, McGardy got me out of sight. Out of sight? Where? Back under the seat where I started off. Once the carriage came out to all out, the coves from the roof out of the fetch the slopes. They immediately left to fetch the police, who will appear they were entirely unrelated to the incident. So, I left McGalder, the driver, and you still at the scene. Yeah, only the driver didn't know I was there because I was under the seat. He heard the cabin door open and a voice from outside. Driver, yes, he also testified in the trial, I believe. A fellow who went to the name of Beppo, if memory serves. What do McGilded and the driver say to each other? I don't know what happened and stuff like that mainly.
Hold it!
And pawn shops obviously being Winnie Banks on Baker Street. Just a moment, counsel. Do you mean to tell me that the driver gave false testimony in that trial as well? Perhaps there's caution to the pawnbroker who slipped his mind when he was in the stand. Indeed, Lord 16. When McGill took off his coat and gave it to the driver, I followed the paper carefully before handing it over. I saw him about it, I remember thinking, that goodness, what is that gonna be worth of you, Bob? Yes, Gina was assured this must be worth more than Mr. Windybag was suggesting, wasn't he? I remember her quibbling with him over the price that afternoon at the pawnbrokery. The driver looked pretty happy, and the McGill flashed on brass in his face while running of it at the lake. The bog throat that called me and told me to come out from the draggage cabin.
Hold it!
Snitches get stitches. Treading you how exactly? We may only be able to scrap it if that is exactly what they say. We already all know all these things because she told us already, which included giving false testimony in court so on so on. So there's nothing really new, it's just a reputation. That's it, and there was another thing that he said, which was told me that if they got the ticket from the pawn shop, they make sure that they lose it. The ticket? Well, I never said that he didn't show up to get the ticket for me before 2 months passed. I had to go to a pawn shop and pay the money to keep them like, stop it being forfeited. Having with some brass to pay for it. Oh, really? Why on earth would Mr. McGill have to done such a thing? Because he's overcooked with a pawnbroker before the arrival of the police. It makes no sense at all. There seems to be only one logical explanation, my lord. Well, McGill had the driver deposit the Winniebags was something he didn't want the police to see. Something very important that he needed to hide at all costs. Anyway, after that, let me go. So like I did before the coppers should, eh? Cooper? Aha! Thank you, Mr. Lestrada. Thank you, counsel. I've heard enough. I believe we now have a reasonable understanding of the circumstances. When it appeared on that night 2 months ago, a negotiation was taking place on the omnibus. A negotiation concerning this disc. However, matters did not run smoothly, it appears so. When the parties involved began to quarrel over the prize, McGilded took what he wanted by force, at the expense of the other man's life. Which proves my point, this disc is clearly extremely valuable in some ways, although I don't understand why as yet. And 2 days ago, and precisely 2 months after the omnibus incident, McGilded accused and his contents were due to be forfeited. You know what you should do, Louis? I mean, the court died right after the trial, I knew that. So you decide that you will try to claim the articles are your own. Well, why not, eh? They were only gonna be forfeited, why should I go to them? Anyway, you can't blame me for thinking about it. Thinking no crime. Ain't no crime. Is less dread? Appear Mr. McKenna was prepared to kill in order to take possession of this disc. You know why that will be? He ain't got no clue. I reckon it must be worth a fair bit of brass. Was probably gonna sell it. Piece of metal. Hey, you can't blame me for thinking that ain't no crime. My lord. Wait, what? Evidence that your lordship request has been located. It's ready for the court inspections. Ah, saya. There was here a little box deposited in my guild 2 months ago. What's in it? There's no doubt in my mind. This is the far-reaching puzzle. I missed it. To continue, okay, I know, I understand it's quite a short one, but whatever. Have a lovely day, have a beautiful day, have a fantastically day, and we're gonna see you again very, very soon. Good lovely. Bye. There is a little bit of delay. I see.
Objection!